Oh, I think that's it right there. Let me see if this is working now. Oh, I think that's it right there. Alright, sorry about that, guys. Yeah, I had some settings switched around whenever I did that stream with my sister, and I just remembered what I did. I muted the mic in one spot so it wouldn't feedback. But yeah, thank you for bearing with me. Thank you for bearing with me on that. But so let me go ahead and give y'all my intro again. What I was saying. So sorry I was so late. I was experimenting with some different camera angles and it just did not work out. So I just did put something up real quick, and I should have had it started before, but today what I'm going to be doing is making some Brazilian funk again, or if you speak Portuguese, it's Funk Brasileiro. That's what they call it. And I'm going to start off with the congas and the drums, and then I'm going to move on to the chords and all that. So yeah, let's get started today, and let me know what y'all are up to today. Let me know what's good. Yeah, and then we'll get started here. I'm pretty sure everything's working okay now. Yeah, so if something's not working right, let me know and I'll fix it. But I think we should be good to go. I've got my keyboard set up here today again. I'll probably be pulling some sounds off of there once I get to the melody part. And yeah, and tomorrow I've got a new video coming out. I'm really trying to make more like official YouTube videos. I'm gonna make it's another 60-second video, and actually I'd be curious if y'all would drop a comment below. Let me know, do y'all watch my live streams on a laptop or do you watch it on your phone? And do you watch my videos on a laptop or do you watch it on your phone? I'm just curious about the responses on that. Let me get I'm gonna get the chat set up here so I can see. I got it on my phone there. But yeah, let me know. Do y'all watch these live streams and my videos on a phone? Hey, Huncho Jack, what's up, man? Let me know. Do y'all watch these videos on your phone or on the computer? Randy, you said mostly laptop for both, but depends when I see them. Gotcha. So maybe like during the day when you're during the day you watch on your laptop. Or if you're just hanging out, then you watch it on your phone. Something like that, probably. But yeah, I'm just curious because I've been releasing these 60-second videos, and this is like a freeze frame from the video I shot, and I ended up using this as a thumbnail. So like this is actually like a bed sheet in the background. I think, yeah, I got it up on the screen. This is a bed sheet that I threw up on a wall, and then I have like a spotlight coming down from the corner, and then I've got this light that I use on for the live streams. I got it coming down like that, so the lighting is kind of cool in that. But yeah, so I filmed my new video. It's gonna be called how to make a, what did I call it? How to make a trap / EDM hybrid beat or something like that. But basically it's a recap video of my Bizzle remix basically, and I think it's my best 60-second video yet, and it's pretty cool. Huncho Jack, you said I watch your 60-second videos on YouTube. Yeah, man. The first video that I made has really blown up, and the YouTube algorithm started pushing it out like 9 months after I made it, which is crazy, and I started getting a ton of views. Now it's almost at 50,000 views, and I get a lot of subscribers from that. So that's why I made the pop video, and the pop video is actually starting to take off a little bit too. If you haven't watched how to make a pop video in 60 seconds, go watch that video and drop a comment on there, leave a like, and that helps me out. But I've got a new one tomorrow, recapping my Bizzle remix, and it's really good. I just filmed it and made it on Saturday. Christian, he said right now on the PC, but it's easier for me to catch the notifications on my phone. Gotcha, man. The interesting thing about my 60-second videos is I actually upload them from my phone. And so whenever you watch them on YouTube, if you watch on a laptop, it just kind of, I guess it just blacks out the sides. But if you watch on your phone, it actually covers the full length of the phone whenever you hit the full screen. So that's why I've been doing that. And the reason why I've been getting so many plays on those is because YouTube puts it in their like stories section that comes up in people's feeds. And I think a lot of people are scrolling through on their phones. And so YouTube is looking for like 60-second videos that is like in the format of a phone. So yeah, it's just a unique opportunity. I think I accidentally stumbled across that, like, and yeah, so I don't know, maybe that'll be like my niche, you know, I don't know. But yeah, let's get to it. That's enough talking. And I'm trying to be better about uploading timestamps on my videos when appropriate. It just takes so long to put timestamps in the videos, but if you're watching this back, hopefully I'll have timestamps in the description. If not, it's probably because I just didn't have time to get to it. But yeah, so let's get to it here. Let's start off. I'm going to drag in a couple of samples from other projects I've done. Let's see here. So these are all beats that I've made in the past. Let's just start dragging in some of these samples. But yeah, what are y'all up to today? What are y'all getting into? Are y'all doing music, or are you just on a break right now, a study break, or like a work break, or maybe you're working right now? I'm curious to hear what y'all are up to. I don't know if I mentioned this, but I actually had like 3 hours of work last week. That's why I uploaded less YouTube videos. I had 3 hours pretty much every day. Or I shouldn't say uploaded more videos, but I didn't live stream as much last week because I had work. I don't know if that was the... I don't think those are the right sounds. Okay, these are right here. Christian, you said, do you always render every single track from your old projects? I'm not sure exactly what you mean by that. Do I render every single track from my old projects? I don't know if you're asking, do I always pull sounds from my old projects? If that's the question, no, I don't, but sometimes I do. Especially if I'm going for like a specific sound. Huncho Jack, you said making 2 to 3 beats a day. Man, if you can keep that up, keep doing it. Keep doing that. I prefer to make 1 beat a day, but just kind of spend a little bit more time on it. But yeah, 2 to 3 beats a day, man. If you could do that for a whole year, like think about how many beats you have. So my formula right now is I'm trying to make like one good beat every single live stream, and then take the best beat that I made that week and do a video on it, just like my 60-second video. Hopefully I'll have like a video coming out every week, but the goal is to have it at least every 2 weeks. But hopefully I'll get to the point where I can make 1 video a week recapping like the best beat I made, and that helps promote it on like social media and YouTube and stuff. Hunter Jack, you said, I just don't have a child to look after. You're right, man. If I didn't have a baby or a wife, I could make a lot more music. But I mean, I'm not saying I wish I didn't have them, but yeah, it does like occupy a lot more time. I think so that's like the basic sound I use. I'm gonna leave that there. I may try to throw a different sound in there. And Christian, I didn't quite understand your question. If you could clarify that for me, I'll be happy to answer that. I just didn't quite understand what you meant by, do I always render every single track from my old projects? I didn't know what you meant by that. Alright, let me see what else I've got here. So in this batch of beats that I'm submitting, oh here, let me change this. I'm gonna change this to 64 samples. In this batch of beats that I'm gonna submit for like TV placements and movie placements and stuff, I was listening back to some of the funk beats I made, and I was like, man, I like some of those sounds a lot. I think it was, which beat was it? It wasn't that one. I think it was this one. Christian, you said, yeah, that's probably because we use different DAWs. Oh, okay. Maybe it's like a term in, I think you use FL Studio, right? Maybe that's a term in the DAW that you use. So I'm looking for that. I'm looking for a certain beat that I made. Maybe it was this one. Okay, it was this one. I don't know if y'all can hear that or not. When I play desktop audio, I've heard y'all say sometimes that you can't hear that. So I don't know if you heard that, but let's see. It was this project here. Oh, okay. I think I'm having trouble locating it. It's this one. Okay. This is it right here. So I'm going to save this one here. Let me go ahead and give this a name. This one, let's call it, I already have a Monday one. Let's call it, this is where my family's from. Let's call it that. And then I'm gonna open up this one. And then let's see what kind of sounds I use, because I like that. Christian, you said, do you export every track in WAV from your old projects or just a few? So I actually export an MP3 because it saves space. If I'm gonna put the song in a video though, well, maybe I do export every single one in WAV, but then I'll go delete it later. Just because MP3 takes up less space, so I'll export it in WAV, but only because Ableton has it's got a bug that when you export an MP3, it doesn't export it right at the start. So I export in WAV so that when I put it in the video, it starts right on the beat, you know, and I don't have to crop it. And let's see, Christian, you said yeah, stems. Oh, Huncho Jack, track stems, I guess. So I don't export stems on every project. But on these, so if some of y'all might know this, but all of these beats right here, all of these beats are beats that I'm submitting for TV placement. So I've had my music in quite a few TV shows and one movie, and so all through the same company on beats that I submitted like 10 years ago. So now, 10 years later, I'm making a whole another batch of beats. It's about 25 beats. And on every single beat, I'm gonna have to export stems, so that's gonna be a chore. I've already done 2 of them so far, but I still have like 20 more to go. But yeah, that's the only reason. I don't export stems on every project unless somebody asks me for the stems, and then I'll go ahead and bounce them out. Just because it's kind of a hassle. It's kind of a hassle to bounce out stems, you know. Yeah, I like the vibe on this beat. This is real different. Yeah, you said, okay, just interesting. Or, oh, okay, interesting. Do you export stems on every single beat? And if you do you have a reason why? Alright, so I'm going to take some of these sounds because I really like the sounds I used in here. Huncho Jack, you said I export stems to sell later on BeatStars. Oh, okay. Gotcha. I mean, that makes sense. It makes sense. And also, I mean, to be honest, it's good to export your own stems. Because that way you can just pull, like, you can kind of, like, sample your own music in a way. Which is, if y'all know the artist Feed Me, he mentioned that he does something like that. Which is interesting. So let's name this, I'm going to grab this group here. Let me name it Conga Group. And I'm going to rearrange this here. Let's name all of these, let's group these together and let's name these like Brazil samples. I'm just kind of curious about what y'all think about this genre of music. Do you? I mean, either way, like I have my own opinions about it, and I absolutely love it. I'm gonna keep making it, like no matter what. At this point in time, I'm going to. But I'm just curious about what y'all have to think. What y'all think about it. Do y'all think it's cool? Do y'all think it's interesting? Do you think it's innovative? Do you think it sucks? What are your thoughts on it? And you're not going to hurt my feelings at all by your honest opinions. I'm just genuinely curious about what you think about it. Or maybe you haven't been following my live streams and you don't know what it sounds like. And if that's the case, I would love to show you some music if you're not familiar with the genre. But yeah, I'm just kind of curious about what y'all think about this genre of music. It's crazy how big it is in Brazil. Not everybody listens to it. It's more of like a genre that people from the hood listen to, or their hood is like called the favela. That's what they listen to there, and sometimes the people in the middle or upper class will kind of like look down on that music, kind of the same way here where like you hear somebody listening to some like ratchet hip hop. Like some people have preconceived notions on what they think about that music. I love it, you know. Maybe I'm just a hood person at heart, but yeah, I just love like I like the like the community around that music. Not always what they talk about. What they talk about is not good sometimes, but I just like the family atmosphere of the people who listen to that kind of music. I'm gonna go ahead and put this into that same group. Call it Brazil Samples. Huncho Jack, you said I think it fits really well for movies and TV shows if you're talking about Brazilian funk. I can see that. Yeah, I can see that. I like it because you kind of don't have to fit into a mold when you make it. You could kind of just do it however you want to do it, which I think is cool, you know. There's a lot of different styles of Brazilian funk, and sometimes people just throw in random sounds and it just flies because that's just the kind of music it is. I like that tambourine sound. And then this little... Alright, sometimes I just like to take my time and sift through an old project because I forget how I made certain songs, you know? And then I'm going to use some of these sounds. This sound was cool. The cool thing about that is more of like an EDM sound. You don't hear that too often in funk. Alright, I think we're good for now. I think I've got all the sounds I need. Now I've got some of those labeled, so now I'm going to drag those into the new project that I'm working on. Just give it a quick save. Christian, you said the only genre that I don't like is reggaeton, but all Brazilian rhythms are so cool. Yeah, man, I guess I can't say I don't like reggaeton. But I just feel like Brazilian funk in a way is kind of similar in that it's kind of foreign. It's like South American-ish, South American, Central American sounding, like kind of tropical sounding in a way, to some extent. But I feel like reggaeton is more, it's not as off the wall sometimes, and it's more confined to a certain sound. Whereas like Brazilian funk, they kind of just do whatever they want to do. And different sounds are used at different times, and they come in and out of style. And I don't know, I just think it's really different and interesting. So let me drag in some of these sounds here. So I'm going to drag in all of these Brazil. Just because I drag them in doesn't mean I'm going to use them, but they're just like options. And then I'm going to drag in the conga group. And then I'm also going to drag in this tambourine sound. I've mentioned this before, but one thing I don't like about Ableton is like how anytime you click on an old project here on the left side, it just takes so long to like process. And it's not my computer, it's Ableton. My computer is like really fast, and it does things. It does anything else really fast, but it's just like anytime I click over here on the side to grab something from an old project, it takes forever. And then whenever I download sounds off of Splice, it takes a long time for it to show up in the browser. It's like, I don't know, it must be somehow how the program is, and I don't know, for some reason it just takes a long time, like the side panel takes a long time to process, you know? Christian, you said it would be also cool to see some EDMs, some EDM live streams from you though. Yeah, man, for sure. I started off doing EDM live streams, but to be quite honest, I've just been uninspired by what's coming out lately, and I've been wanting to focus more on doing songs that are like vocal driven. And Christian, I'm not sure how often you've tuned into these live streams, but I mean, not even too long ago, I was doing a lot more EDM stuff, but I just feel like I want to focus now. Well, part of the reason is because I was making beats to submit for TV, so I just wanted to make a lot of beats. And then also on top of that, I've been working with my sister, so trying to get some actual songs made. But yeah, so if you want to see some EDM live streams, this High Tempo Jungle is one. Mixing and mastering for my friend Exhale. I was mixing and mastering her song, which is more like a future bass track. This one is like melodic rhythm, I think. Yeah, this one is also, this one is too. So all of these live streams from like 2 months ago were, and then this high tempo electro, this one is definitely EDM. And then pretty much everything after that has been beats, I guess, for the most part. But yeah, I was doing a lot of EDM stuff back then. And Randy, you said, I noticed that too. I'm guessing that Ableton prioritizes live response time so that it makes upfront load everything in memory. Yeah, it could be. It could be. Randy, you said Jungle, I love that one. Do you have plans to finish that one? Yeah, man, it's actually almost done. It's pretty much done. I just need to check it in the car and maybe make a couple of adjustments. But I have, so the reason why I haven't finalized it yet is because I have a new song coming out with Apostle Records. It's a like, I guess rhythm. I guess classified as rhythm. It's the EDM track. collab with Mike Shift or DJ Mike CW. He used to go by that. I have that coming out at the beginning of November, more or less, beginning mid-November, and then what else? I think I'm trying to get this Brazilian funk song finished, and I think I want to plan to release that in December. Maybe I'll do a video for that one. Maybe I'll do like a music video, actual music video, and then I could probably release the high tempo one. So I have like a release schedule, and I think it would be cool to add like some vocals to the high tempo track. So I have some plans for that, but it's just not quite finished yet. But right now it's honestly not a top priority, but it will get finished. So trust me, that song is definitely going to come out, but it's just not the time right at the moment. So yeah, I'm definitely releasing that one. Alright, let's see. I think we have enough sounds in here now. Yeah, I think we have enough sounds. So let's just listen here. Let's just insert that into what we have here and see how it sounds. I've got an extra sound in there that I think I'm gonna delete. Oh, okay. It's from here. Let's go ahead and mute this. I just like that rhythm. That's a cool rhythm, you know? It's not like a classic, traditional Brazilian funk rhythm, like only this one is. So this one, I think I'll call this like full rhythm, because it sounds really full. It'd be cool to have different styles in the beat, so maybe like a simpler part, and then everything builds up to this, or something like that. But yeah, Christian, I don't think I finished explaining myself, but I don't feel super inspired by EDM right now. It used to be different for me, and I'm not counting myself out of EDM completely. It's just now I'm finding a lot of satisfaction in making beats. Also, another big thing is that if you look at all the big EDM artists, they're not really that big in the grand scheme of things. But like if you look at hip hop producers, if you look at Brazilian funk producers and artists, like they're huge. They get huge, and my goal is not to be. That's not my goal. Is to be a huge artist. Although it would give me a platform to be able to spread my message, you know, talking about God and how He changed my life. Like, that's what I'm after. I'm after the biggest platform possible that I can manage, and being able to make the most impact possible with my music. So I'm not selling out to beats and stuff. I'm not doing something that I don't enjoy doing, because I love making beats. I love doing just different kinds of beats. But what I am doing is just taking a different route and seeing where it takes me, you know? So basically, I hope that made sense. But if I want to make EDM, I'm going to make EDM, you know? Like, I just want to be able to make whatever I want to make, and to be able to make a living off of it, and to have a platform where I can have an influence. And yeah, so that's kind of what I'm after. Yeah, that's a different kind of a groove there. I like that. Okay, so now we have a full rhythm. Let's make like a simpler rhythm. And then after this, we'll find some chords. Maybe we'll have 3 different rhythms. I like this one with the metallic sounding conga. I like that. So let's chop that out of there. Alright, and now let's get a third one. Let's get a third one. Let's see what this one is. That's not a very strong sound. That's kind of an interesting sound there. I may be able to find something that's better, but let's save this over here for now. And I really want this sound to be like short and punchy, like it's almost no reverb, just like really punchy. Just really short sounds. Let's see what that sounds like. Yesterday I burnt my hand pretty bad. I don't know. It probably I think you can kind of see that it's like red. It's all in this area. I was using an AeroPress and somehow the coffee like exploded out. I was just like half asleep and I messed up. But I put aloe vera on it the whole day yesterday. I have an aloe vera plant. I just kept reapplying like real aloe vera. And also I prayed that God would heal it too. I did both. I prayed and I used aloe vera. And yeah, it feels like really good today. It's not even really hurt, but it felt like a really bad sunburn. Like anytime I put water on it or the sun would shine on it, it would just like burn. It was crazy. But yeah, like I'm surprised at how fast it healed. So yeah, I've got a shorter one and a longer one like that on every other beat. So I'm gonna see. I think that sounds pretty good though. All right, let's make another section, simple rhythm 2. And then let's look up some of these samples that I've got. I'm looking for punchy. Maybe for this one, I'm gonna use a MIDI drum rack, and I'm gonna load samples in. Let me go ahead and make my rhythm, and then that way I can just switch to the sounds really quickly. I need a punchier sound. be kind of interesting. Do this sound like. Yeah, that could be kind of interesting. That's different. Let's see how this one sounds. Sounds pretty punchy. Let's see how it compares to this one. I mean, the first one's louder, but I have a compressor on it. Compressor and a saturator and an EQ. Let's give it the same processing here. Yeah, that could work. Okay, that's all I'm gonna do for the drums for right now. Let's go ahead and try to work on a melody. I'm gonna grab a song as inspiration today. A Brazilian funk song, actually. Let's see, it was...
This is eToro, the leading social trading platform.
Sorry about the video, guys. I'm gonna turn that off. I don't want y'all expose y'all to that. I'll let the song play though. They're not even talking about girls, actually. They're talking about motorcycles. Alright, I'm gonna copy this. Let's see. So that's the song right there. Alright, I like the chords in this song, so I'm gonna grab that. And then I'm gonna throw it into Melodyne and see what chords they were using. It'd be interesting to see what BPM this is here. Probably in the 120, 130 range. I don't know why the BPM is being so slow here.
No meu olho e fala o que cê fez, que cê faz pros menorzinhos da quebrada.
The tempo on this is pretty slow, actually.
Que batalhou.
Alright, it looks like it's 110 BPM. That's interesting.
Era de poucas palavras, agora cilindrada de chumbo.
let's go ahead and do that there.
Olha no meu olho e fala.
Maybe let's change ours to, let's do like 120 BPM. Alright. And then let me grab Melodyne. And then let's see what chords are being used here.
Olha no meu olho.
I like some of those sounds that I had here. See what key this is in here. It's not giving us a scale. Let's see if we could change the algorithm.
Poucas palavras, o que faz o que faz.
Alright, so definitely it's starting on that F. Let's see here. Okay, so let's go ahead and get a bass line down. I'm gonna use, I like this hip hop sub bass here. It's a great sub bass if you're just looking for something quick. So let's go ahead and copy their bass line here. And I think I'm going to lower the key. So the first half goes like this. It's kind of interesting how they have it laid out. It's like slow and then it's like faster chords at the end. every time I copy a song's chords, I just learn something new. It's such a good technique to do.
Ale Mark no beat.
G sharp here, correct. I'm not sure if I did. Maybe it's that C. Yeah. And then it repeats itself. Alright, now, just to make sure, I'm going to copy this into the verse and see if it changes at all. If not, then we're ready to start making some chords on top of it. So the hook. So the hook is kind of a different sequence there. Let's see what note they're using here. Let me see, let me consult Melodyne here. It looks like an F there. I don't know, I can't tell, but I think that's good enough for now. So let's try to build. Okay, so first thing I'm gonna do, first of all, I'm not sure what key that this song is in. Let me just try to load it into Record Box real quick. If it doesn't work, sometimes Melodyne doesn't tell you what scale it's in, which is weird because it's usually so good. But yeah, in this case, it's telling us the chords that are being used. I suspect it's gonna be in F minor. I could be wrong. It may just be starting on that F note and not actually in F minor. If this doesn't work out, I've got another way to do it. It just takes a little bit more time. So let's analyze. Let's go ahead and analyze these songs here. Or let's just do this one. Import into collection. Let's see what this has to say here. F minor. Okay, I'm going to take its word for it because it looks like F minor. Sometimes it's kind of hard, but this really does look like F minor. And Record Box is telling me it's in F minor. So I'm going to take its word for it. And I'm going to bump the chords down. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do F minor. So let's because we spent some time on this, I'm gonna name this the name of the song. That way I can add it to my chords collection that I've created. And then I'm gonna label this like F minor and main chords. So if you don't typically follow my live streams, I do this pretty often. I think all my labeling here might be cut off for you to see, but actually this isn't chords. This is just main. Let's name this like subnotes. So I've got a little collection over here, which I suggest every producer out there to do this. Start a little collection of your favorite chord progressions, and just keep them in a folder. That way, when you need inspiration, you know, you can pull from that, and then you can always change them as you need. But in this case, I'm going to change this here. I'm gonna change it to, let's go down 2 semitones, so it's gonna be E flat minor, okay? And then that way I'm gonna move this down. It's gonna start on that E flat or D sharp. Let's call it D sharp minor. It's the same thing. Cool. Maybe even down one more. Let's do D minor. Yeah, let's do D minor there. I like that. Mebius, he said, dude, I'm Brazilian and I'm confused. Do you guys listen to Brazilian funk? So, first of all, what's up, man? Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate you. I appreciate you being here. So, I'm kind of different because I'm half Brazilian. My mom is Brazilian, and I spent a lot of time in Brazil. I grew up spending about a month or two every summer there with my mom, and just seeing my family and stuff. So I speak Portuguese, and maybe just because I was exposed to Brazil, people there showed me funk music, and I've just always liked it, you know. So the short answer is no. People here do not listen to funk music, but I do. And lately, for the past maybe month or so, I've been creating it. So me and my sister, we made a song together. And if you're interested in seeing it, I've uploaded the video on my YouTube channel, and there's timestamps in the description, you know, so you can skip around however you need. But it's recording vocals with my sister, and then also sorting through recorded vocals. Both of those are the new song that we're working on. It's a funk song. It's in Portuguese, and yeah. So yeah, I love Brazilian funk music. But yeah, thank you for being here. Do you create funk music, or you just listen to it? All right, let's build some chords around that. Let's keep that sub bass in there. And I think this is off. It looks like it. Oh, okay, no. It's on beat. It just looked like it for some reason. So I'm going to loop this section here. Mebius, he said, I don't listen to funk, but it plays everywhere. Yeah, that's actually, honestly, I don't know too much about, I see it in videos and stuff, but I haven't experienced like the funk culture, because my family doesn't listen to it. But yeah, they kind of, I feel like a lot of people in Brazil look down on it as like it's like a lower class genre of music, but I love it. I don't care, you know. What's up, Fair? How you doing, man? So I'm gonna switch these around. I'm gonna put this over here. And then let's put this over here. Jesus is King. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. So I've got a couple different rhythms here. I've got like a more complex rhythm. I just got done doing the bass line. And yeah, so I've got like a more simple rhythm. And then it goes into a more complex rhythm. So yeah, we're gonna build there. Fair, you said I will show you a really nice Brazilian, funk Brazilian beat. You know I don't like it, so it's a rarity. Yeah, man, show it to me. I think it's time to start adding some, like, maybe I'll just start with an electric piano. I think I'll start with that. Let's start with an electric piano. I've got my keyboard over here. Let me turn it on. It's not on yet. Fair. You said you sent that link. Let me see. I'm gonna click here. Everybody can listen to it. So Fair just linked a beat that he likes, a Brazilian funk beat. Let's check it out.
Valeu, rapaziada que tá chegando agora. Pra quem não sabe, meu nome é Xandão. Deixa eu calcular. Quem que vai ser louco? No final dos tempos, deixa o cara que tá chegando agora. Pra quem não sabe, meu nome é Xandão. Deixa eu calcular.
Yeah, that's nice, man. I like that. That's nice. I like that beat. It's kind of different. That's what I like about funk. They just do like whatever they want to do, you know. All right. So let's find. Let me find just a basic electric piano sound. I'm gonna save that beat, Fair. I like that. I'm gonna save it. So let's go ahead and I'm gonna enable my keyboard to play over here. And then let me turn this into mono real quick. Can y'all hear that okay? I may need to turn up the volume, but hopefully y'all can hear it. If not, I'll be looking to see what I've got my phone here, so I'm gonna have it over here. If y'all have anything to say, I'll be able to see it. So we're working in D minor right now. So D minor would be the same as F major. chords are. Basic like EQ. I might have it covered up here. Y'all might not be able to see it too well, but I'm just doing some EQ and some compression here. Basic effects to make the sound a little bit louder. I think I'm gonna play along with this beat for now. It kind of, because I don't have much going on, it sounds better. So we got. Actually. Fair, you said, do you like bass boosted on your beats? I've never, like if you're talking about actual like bass boosted YouTube videos, I've never actually had my beats bass boosted, but if you're just talking about like general mixing, I like a good solid bass, but not like overpowering though in my mixes. That's the basic chords right there. Now we just have to find like this. So this is the hardest part, finding that like key sound that will that's gonna make the song come alive. You know, that's what we're looking for right now. We've got the chords right. I like those chords. What's up, man? You said, can you make some heavy rhythm someday? Your music is absolutely fire. May Jesus bless you. I appreciate that, man. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much for saying that. Actually, I can one day, but if I don't know when that day will be, I can't promise you, because I've been on a beat kick lately where I've been wanting to like just make beats more. But to hold you over until that day comes, if you'll check out my live streams, my past live streams, basically everything before this point was like a lot of EDM. So this high tempo jungle electro, make sure you check out that live stream. That was definitely heavy EDM. And then also I would say probably a second one to check out would be probably this one. Actually, probably this one. One of these two here. These were both like melodic rhythm. So yeah, I would check that out. But yeah, I appreciate that, man. Thank you. Explained this before in the live stream, but I've just been kind of like uninspired by EDM lately, and I don't really enjoy the rhythm that's coming out right now, but I do like some of the melodic stuff like Ace Ara and stuff like that, but I'm not feeling that EDM is like as creative as it used to be, if you know what I mean. And I've always liked melody more than like, well, I've always liked the mix. I've always liked the mix of melody and bass, but lately it's just kind of like uninspiring to me. Hold on one second. Alright, those sounds aren't cutting it for me right now. These are kind of like techno sounds, which is kind of interesting. Alright, I need to change the tempo on my keyboard here to match the tempo in Ableton. Yeah, right now I'm just fishing for sounds basically. I don't know what the main sound is gonna be. I'm looking for that one sound to help set me off in the right direction. Haven't found anything yet. Yeah, man, fair. I think I fixed that. I think I fixed that. I think it got stuck. I may have to restart the keyboard. I think it got stuck. I think I fixed the delay tempo though. I'm not sure if that message popped up after I fixed it or not. I think it was before though. But yeah, let's keep looking in here. Let's see what else there is. I've been liking these world sounds a lot. Let's lay that down and let me mess with that. Yeah, I'm curious. Well, actually, let me just keep looking real quick. I like that though. I like that rhythm. Yeah, let's keep that in mind though. So yeah, that tempo is not right. Yeah, Jared, I think that's a good melody, man. I agree with you. section on my keyboard. Let's look under fast synths. First and try to add stuff on top of there. I think that would give me a better direction. Let's go for like maybe like a piano. Pedal out here. It's kind of stuck underneath the microphone. Alright, let me pull my pedal out here. So I'm just gonna play the basic chords right now, and then start trying to build sounds on top of that, and then later I'll probably delete the chords. And then there's one more chord in there. It's that F chord. So let me go ahead and crop that. I'm going to place it here. I'm just going to add in the F chord. So it'll be... Alright, so let's go ahead and take it to the computer here. Alright, and then alright, so let's style these chords up a little bit. Take the hold off. I had the hold pedal going. Let's take that hold pedal off for now. Let's make it shorter. Trayvon, no problem, man. I appreciate you being here. I appreciate you tuning in. I think it's your first time in here. You may have been lurking and stuff, but I think this is your first time commenting, so I appreciate that, man. No problem if you have to go. You can always watch it back if you want to. You don't have to, but you can always watch it back later if you'd like. Maybe let's do like a rhythm. Somehow like... Let me try that out, actually. Let's come back over here. Let's do like a rhythm on the piano, because right now it's just kind of basic. And let's do it down here like this. Let's see what I can come up with. Keep in mind, this is just to get the ball rolling on some ideas. Like, this is not really what I have in mind, but I'm just trying to get some chords laid down so that I can just keep making ideas. I don't feel like this beat has really taken off yet, so just trying to make something that will spark some ideas here. And I'm probably going to try to invert these chords. I'll save this as like a basic a basic idea I can refer back to. Let's invert all of the top chords. Maybe keep those. Stuff on top of that. Alright, I'm gonna let this play for a second. Give me 1 second, I'll be right back. Some of my synths here, and let's see what this has to offer. Let's see what other sounds I've got in here. I'm gonna do this. I'm not even gonna take that sound off of there. I'm gonna put this into contact. Let me get contact out here. And I'm gonna take a piano from contact. That's just a really basic sound there. Nothing too crazy. Now I kind of wish I had my other setup. I'll change it back. I'll change back. This setup, this camera view has its advantages, but it also has its disadvantages, in that you can't see my keyboard underneath the monitor here. So. Let's record that in. find a different sound now. Next sound. Alright, next sound. Let's turn the delays off on that. Yeah, that sound is funny, man. It was kind of off pitch though. Let's start off with that. Let me, Fair, you said, don't you have something like whispers? I don't, man. Like whispers as in like a secret? Like that kind of whisper? I don't think I have any of that. But let's do this. I'm going to do away with this piano for now. And I'm going to record this sound here. Do it again here. Oh, whistles. I may have some whistles, but I feel like I'm not. I feel like that could be kind of cool. But I need to get like that sound though. I don't know. I'm just looking for something specific. we go. One more time. I think it's like keep messing that up. Let's just do like a quantization on this. And then let's drag this down here. Yeah, let's just keep adding layers until something sticks, because I'm not convinced on anything yet. I do like the chord progression though. That's one thing I do like. Maybe it's the sounds. These sounds are more like techno. That could be a cool effect when this comes in right here, like this. So let's do that. Let's name it 127 SFX UFO, and then let's freeze it, and then I'm gonna flatten it. Actually, I don't need to freeze it and flatten it right now. Let's just drag it up here, and I'm gonna turn the volume way down. And then I'm gonna put some reverb on it too. Let's just do like the Ableton reverb. Yeah, that's okay for now like that. And then let's just keep adding. That's decent. Yeah, I'm just adding a bunch of sounds, and then later I could go back through them and delete some if I need. But yeah, I'm just trying to weigh out my options. I'm just trying to find something cool to work with. kind of a cool sound. Interesting. I'm gonna record that. I like that. It's kind of an interesting, like, background. I don't think it started in the right spot. Here we go. Fix my errors in the computer there. So let me come over here and I'm going to edit out some of that stuff. Let's do a little quantization here. Last part. Maybe like that part there. Let's see what happens when I mess with, like, the sound here. Sound. It's really just kind of background, but I don't know, it's kind of EDM a little bit, which is cool. But yeah, it's just different. these little off synths, the synths that match with that percussion, I think that's kind of a cool thing. Maybe I like this sound a lot better. Let's try this. Mute this sound. Let's try to mess with the sound here. Do a little sound design. And then let's change this sound up. Let's see if we can make it more of like a pluck sound. Except I'm not too good with silent though. Let's do a filter control maybe. Cut off A and B. I'm trying to make like a pluck sound. Maybe I'll just get Serum for this. Because I don't really know how to do that in silent. Let me get Serum. Post that in here. Maybe let me get like a preset sound. Make it real plucky. Oh, I accidentally replaced that sound. So let's do this. I gotta make this one again. So let's grab this sound. Yeah, so it'd be like this. Maybe make this one a square wave. Yeah, that's cool. Like that. Maybe a little less filter on that. Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to keep that, but let's keep it in there for now. Let's keep looking. Turn the sound down a little bit. It's really loud. this sound. This is kind of cool. Turn that sound up just so I can freestyle a little bit better. That was kind of cool. I'm gonna capture that. There's a little feature in Ableton where if you hit the square button over here, it captures what you just played. If you forgot to record it, which I did. So I'm gonna leave that over there. And then let's just, actually I'm going to hit record and I'm just going to freestyle. Let's take that away for a second. That was a cool little riff there. I like that. So let's edit that last, just that last little bit. I liked. Let's see here. Yeah, that was a cool little riff there. So I'm gonna record something. Let's just freestyle again and see what happens. Yeah, those are some really cool ideas. But I think of it more as like a, probably more like a vocal melody. That's what I'm thinking on that. But yeah, that's kind of interesting. I like that. I want to hear somebody put words to that. I think I accidentally changed that preset. Yeah, I don't know how I changed that preset, but I did. I mean, even as like a melody, that could be kind of cool. Let's see. What I'll do is I'm just gonna paste that in there, like that. This could even be down. Yeah, so I'm gonna name that like vocal melody idea. That could be cool. Alright, so let's keep adding. I'm gonna let that melody play though for a little bit. And then I'm gonna mute it and try to come up with something else. My goal is to eventually, well, I guess it's not a goal, it's something I'm planning on doing, is just muting this organ. But filling up the background with something else though. Let's see what the vintage keys has to offer here. Delete that melody I just made, or not delete, just mute that melody I made. Let's leave that in there as like a little accent. And then let's come up with a different sound here. Yeah, I don't, to be honest guys, I don't really like this this setup that I did today. I kind of prefer the camera coming in here so y'all could see this front keyboard. It just makes it a lot better. So tomorrow, or I probably won't be live streaming tomorrow, but the next time I live stream, probably on Wednesday, I'll have the setup different. Because this is kind of weird how I have it set up here. I'm just gonna play the keys from here for a second until I find the right sound. Let's do that. I'm gonna record that pattern down. Let's do it right here. So this would be the electric piano. Let's find a different piano though. Maybe a different one. see what other sounds we got. Let's look under the world sounds again. I'm gonna change this to 128 samples. I feel the computer kind of lagging a little bit. The samples are too low. Sound in this, it has like a little sound that is kind of off key. I don't know what it is in here. Go for different sounds here. Maybe let's go for a different. I didn't know I had some of the machine drums in here. That could be useful when I'm looking for like drum sounds. Let's see what this sounds like without the reverb. I don't see the reverb on here. Let's go for a different sound. I still kind of like the idea of strings. Let's try to mess around with that. I'm gonna lay down a basic string pattern, and then I'm just gonna mess with the MIDI notes. That's weird. I don't know why it's not playing that note. That A note. Maybe I'll just try to restart Ableton. I think it's done that before. Alright, let's open it back up and see if that makes a difference. Yeah, it's not playing that A note. I have no idea why. It plays it when I click on it, but it's not playing it in the sequence. Oh, it's because it's like a performer patch. That's so weird. Maybe I could take it off of the... Yeah, take off the animator. I think that'll do it. It's not clicking though. I don't know how to turn that off. It jumps over there, but then it doesn't stay. Yeah, I'll have to figure that out. I have no idea. Oh, maybe if I turn all of these up. That might do it there. No, that didn't do it there. No idea. Oh, there we go. Turn the animator off. Now it's turning off. Let's do... let's try this again. Alright, I'm going to put this over here. I'm going to mess around with it for a little bit. Let's lower the notes. Let's quantize that. Now I'm just gonna mess with like the voicings of it. Yeah, that's cool for like a breakdown or something. Just to show you, like, it's crazy how just changing the voicing on something can make it so much more interesting. Because before, it was just doing like I was just standard, following the chord progression pretty standard. Actually, I don't think I saved a version of what it was like. But it just went with the basic chord progression. But what I did was move things up and down, invert the voicings and stuff like that. And it came out sounding pretty cool. And then just to kind of leave it on that breakdown part would be cool. Take out these little synths here. I kind of like those chords there. It adds some cool flavor to it, but let me invert the chord. so on this next part, I want to add like a steel drum. And I'm just going to use this as a placeholder. I'm not too fond of the sound in Kontakt. I might end up getting it from my keyboard. But I think I'm just going to lay down the idea with this one. And then I can change it later. Well, that one's pretty cool. It's just I just have to play it lower on the keyboard. Alright, last thing I'm going to do before I sign off is I'm going to grab a guitar sound. Man, I always forget what project I use this in. I know I used it in the 80s style, okay. I'll grab the guitar from my 80s style project. Is it this one? Is it this one? I think it was this sound. Maybe not. No, it wasn't that either. Maybe one of these here. No, it wasn't that. Maybe this group? Wasn't that either. I may just have to open up this project to figure out which song or which sound I'm looking for. Yeah, it wasn't that one either. Alright, I'm just going to open up this project real quick. It's an old project. I'm looking for a specific electric guitar sound that I used. And we'll see if we can make it work in here. I need to just go ahead and save it over here on the side for whenever I'm looking for it again. I can just pull from it real quick. Yeah, this 80s style is what I made this on a live stream one day. There was like a guitar, maybe it was this one. Yeah, electric guitar. So I'm going to go ahead and save that. I'm going to open up the project we were working on now, and I'm going to see if I can fit that guitar in there somehow. It may not work. It may not work, but let's see. Looks like my daughter woke up. I'm gonna go grab her real quick. I'm going to let this play while I go grab her, and I will be right back. thinking right. Let's see. Yeah, that's kind of cool like that. And then maybe I'll like filter it like this. I'll do like a little filter effect. So it'll be like let's do this. I will keep that one up there, and then I'm going to mute it, and then I'm going to freeze this one. That's taking a really long time to freeze. Just for one sound like that. Can you say hi, baby? Say hi to the camera. Look, it's right there. The camera's right there. Can you say hi? Say hi. That's right, say hi. And look, the baby. Alright, so let's flatten this. And then I'm going to put a little reverb on there and just see how that sounds. And then I'm going to have to sign off here. Here, baby. Go down here for a second. Yeah, so that's kind of interesting. I'm not really quite pleased with how this beat came out today, but I mean it's not done yet. It just took me a really long time to get started on it. Just picking drum sounds and things like that. It just took way longer than I should have taken for whatever reason, but I think it's off in the right direction. It's just it's not there yet. You know, I still have a lot of stuff. I like what I'm doing with this though. I like how there's instruments on those hits, those percussion hits, like, and then it's kind of interesting, and then it breaks down with that the strings, And it would be cool to just break it down without any drums, like. And then it doesn't have any bass kicks, it doesn't have any 808s, so you know it's lacking a lot, but I think it's on the right track. So that's gonna be it for today. I've got some stuff I need to, well, I'm gonna go hit the gym, and then I've gotta do some stuff prepared for tonight. And yeah, so that's gonna be it. I'll probably be live streaming on Wednesday again, so I'll see y'all then. Take care. Thank you to everybody who watched. Thank you to everybody who commented. And I have a new video coming out tomorrow, how to make a trap EDM beat in 60 seconds. It's basically a recap of my Bizzle remix that I did. So I'll see y'all then. Take care. Thank you.